Hi, welcome, and I hope you're doing well. In this video here, I'll be doing a Hinge repair on this HP laptop. This repair here, it will not be a permanent repair, meaning that I'm not physically replacing the cover that holds the hinge. So what happened is that the plastic at the bottom here broke off. So when it broke off, the hinge came off and the screen is not closing. So you can obviously see that the thing is just not closing together well enough. So the repair here, what I'll be doing is I'm using a super glue or something like a epoxy glue to glue them back together. This computer here is already 3-4 years old. The client does not see a point of replacing the actual the permanent repair by replacing the bottom part here. So the client is okay to go ahead with the super glue and glue the hinge back together, and they would just stationary the laptop at home without closing the screen that often. Alright, so I know this is not the right video or the right purpose of the repair, but if you are in my same condition that you don't mind to just temporarily fix the repair and close the hinge, maybe the computer lasts you for another year or few months, get you going for the rest of the year, and decided to buy a new computer later on, then this might be the video for you. So all I'm going to use would be just this super glue to glue it back together. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing I like to do is to remove this rubber. This rubber stopper here is hiding the screws, so you can see that the screw is underneath them. We need to remove the screw to get to it. I believe there might be one screw here. Okay, so there's one here and two screws. So at the bottom have two screws, so you need to remove the rubber to get to it. By the way, this is the HP model. This is the 17-inch 17 BY1083CL. So this is the HP model for my case. For your case might be a different, but it should be the same process. So these are the Phillips screws. I'm using electric screwdriver to remove them. Alright, once I have all the screws removed, let me go ahead and slide the optical drive. Here you can see the two more tiny screws. Let's go ahead and remove them. Okay, let's see if I can open up pry open the back cover. I believe, let me see. I might have to remove some screws on the top here. So just be careful when you open it up. My hinge is really broken and the screen is just crooked and tilt at one corner. If you can see, my screen is just really bad tilt in the corner. So let me go ahead and open it up slightly. I need to pry open the keyboard. Okay. There you go. So the back cover is removed. Now you can see that the hinge on both sides are actually broken. It's not just one side of it. Both sides are broken. Okay, this is going to be fun, and I don't like this unexpected fun here. Okay, so let's go ahead and disconnect this cable. This is for the LCD. This is the charging port. It looks like the charging port is broken as well, and I see a little bug right here. If you can see that, you see that little spider? What should I do? Keep them? Or say bye-bye to them? I'll decide later. Let me just go ahead and move this spider on the side. Come on. Okay. Okay, so make sure let's see, this is the LCD screen. That's the charging port. And this is the Wi-Fi. And the entire bottom would just come right off. So let me make sure I can shake it. Okay, what I wanted to share is these are all the broken plastic. So I'd like to see how difficult it is. It looks like the hinge is very stiff. It's very hard to turn it around. It might have been like, you know, the rust in there, or it might have been for a long time that dust have built up, and then making the hinge difficult to move, to open and close. Sometimes when the lubricate, like there's no oil here on that hinge that move it, so this thing is very difficult to move, right? So you see this screw is actually about to come off. In fact, it's already broken. Alright, so what I like to do is to loose the screw here, to make it loose so that you can easily turn the hinge. Okay, let me find the right tools. I never have it in this video. You see this is broken as well. Oh, this screen has a lot of problems. So let me come back and show you how to loosen up the screw. Okay, I apologize. I do not know which one it is. I just bring a bunch here. I'm gonna try and error. So this one here seems to be a bit too small. It doesn't want to fit in. Alright, so let me find the right screw. See what else can I fit it in. I need to be able to fit in and turn it. So let's see if this is the right one. It's not the right one, so it's too loose, too big. Too small. Okay, this is the right one. And how about this one here? It's too small. Sorry, I should be more prepared about this video, but No excuse. I know if you're gonna press dislike, I'm not gonna blame you on that one, but I just hope that you're not gonna give me a dislike about this. Here you go. So I have it. So you want to stick this in. What size is this? This is 1/4. Okay, and then I'm using a a torque here to kind of go in so that I can twist it and turn it. So let me go ahead and turn it. So what you want to do is you want to loose that screw by turning it. Wow, it's very tight. Okay, turn it a little more. Okay, now it's a lot easier to turn. Let me get a little bit more. Okay, it's a lot smoother now. We'll come back and do it on the other side. It actually doesn't come off, alright? So the thing doesn't come loose all the way. This hinge is just enough for you to loose the screw, but it doesn't come out. Just so you know, do not turn it a lot if you're trying to it just loose a little. Okay, now this is not yet, so give it a little more twist. Okay, so this is too loose, which I think is okay because the main part of this is all broken. So give it another tight a little bit because this is a 17-inch screen, so it needs a bit of a tightness to hold the screen. Okay, I think that is good. I think this is good as well. Alright, so the tightness on the hinge, I think both of them is considered okay. Let me go ahead and epoxy glue a little bit here at the bottom. Squeeze it in. Let the glue do its things. Right? On one side, you can see that the glue is doing its magic. Now is to close the hinge with this plastic cover. Alright, so what I like to do next is to be able to close it. You see how that little the knob right here, so this screw is held on by this go nut at the bottom here. So what you can do is you want to remove this if you want, which I'll show it to you now. Maybe the way to do it is to hold on to that, right? You hold on to the nut at the bottom so that the screw can come off just like that. Okay, so you know that this nut here has to go into the plastic. And of course things are all broken, so it's not going to go in the right position, but that's okay. Like I said, this repair is just for temporary. So we just remove the 2 screws and the 2 nut at the bottom here. So this one nut is not going to fit in because the whole plastic is broken. Let's work on the other side. Okay, let's move this on the side. Alright, so this entire plastic just came off. We may be able to re-glue that plastic again. So let's just save whatever we can save. And this one here is definitely broke off. So I'll do the same. Okay, looks like this plastic, we can save it, so let's hurry up and save this plastic, the nut and the plastic. So the best way for them to glue back together would be the plastic, right? So let's go ahead and put some glue right here. This super glue is very strong. It would just hold it very quickly. They hold the glue back together very quickly. So I like this glue. And let's go ahead and put this nut back in. It might not be perfect condition, but hopefully that is enough to hold it. Let me close the hinge. Okay, so that is in the right position. We close it, and 3 screws to hold on to that. So let's put that on the side. Let's work on this one here. So remember the 2 nut that came off? I believe we might able to save 1 nut right here. So let's go ahead and put that nut in. So let's put some glue. I think that should be enough. Drop the nut back on it. So it feels like this nut is not going to hold. Let me try the other side, see if it's flat enough to hold it. Yeah, feels like the nut is not going to hold it. So if it's not going to hold, just don't do it. Okay, so let's put that cable back in. We only have one screw that can hold on to the hinge, so let's just so be it. Okay, this is the 30 pin connector for your LCD. Let's reconnect the cable back. And then make sure you close with the clipper. The clipper is to snap back in and close it. Okay, that should be enough room for that cable to move around. So we should put one screw back here to screw it in, to at least to hold the hinge. And let's do the rest on this side. So let me remove this screw, because the screw here is supposed to go from the top of the cover that goes in. So let's do the right way. Yeah, this screw right here is supposed to go from the top into that hinge. Okay. Alright, so at least it's not open at the moment. You can see that it's closed in the right position. The hinge is probably not secure firmly, but that's okay. I mean, we're gonna use it just for temporary. I'm not gonna use it, you know, for permanent, because the computer is quite old. We just wanted to able to close the screen for now, and just move on. So right now I'm just going to put everything back together and turn on the screen and see if that works. So just a recap, nothing really major. What I did was I loosened the hinge. I told you that the hinge is very stiff, so that might have been the reason why that the what do you call, the screen broke off at the very first place. So over time, when it is not lubricate enough, and over time the thing would just, you know, break. Okay, let's see if it open and close. Perfect. So you just open and close, but I know that it's very soft. It may be the screen may be too heavy and it fall back, but that's okay. That's the whole point, is to Alright, so I think that should be it. The screen at least closed perfectly fine, and it opens up as well. So if you like the video, please give me a like, and if this is helpful, I know this is not the right way to repair, but I just like to, able to glue them back together and somewhat use the laptop for a little bit while before we retire the laptop. So thanks for watching. If you like, please click the like button. I really appreciate it. Until next time, take care.